Hi, back on the mall. I'm going to do a fantastic summer squid salad. Using fresh squid today I got in St. George's Market, so we're going to get straight in. First thing we're going to do is show you how to prep the squid, and we're going to poach this squid. A lot of people deep fry squid, which is really good actually, and makes it really crispy, but we're going to poach this. So we're using baby squid. So I'm going to put about 3 squid per salad, so 3 little bits of baby squid. And then we're just going to prep the squid. So I'm going to put my hand flat like this, open the squid up and give it a wee bit of a clean like that. As you can see in squid you'll find this little cartilage which looks like plastic. Actually, it's amazing actually. Squids are fantastic little thing, by the way. Actually they're called the bird of the sea because they have a little beak and stuff, and they fly, they've got wings. So you've got to get that out, okay? So we're going to do that first. Take that out. It's a bit of a dirty old job, but when your squid's fresh like this, you'll not even smell it. Take all that out first. Then what we're going to do next is we're going to get a fork, like that. We're going to score inside the squid with your fork. This makes it tender, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm doing that. So this tenderizes the squid. Also another trick, if you want to keep squid tender, is pour a little buttermilk over it overnight, put it in the fridge and marinate overnight in buttermilk. We're going to put some lemongrass into our stock. So I'm going to make a stock up here for poaching. We're going to put a bit of chilli in there too, and then we have a couple of lime leaves. So we're firing the lime leaves in there. Not going to do too much to this lemongrass, it's just going to release all that lovely flavour. Kind of back my knife. And there it goes. Chilli the same. And then what we're going to do with the squid is we're going to poach our squid in this water just for about a minute. Okay? So, straight into the water, like that. Gently poached. Hopefully that'll take all that flavour on of the lemongrass and chilli. The whole thing about this is not to overcook the squid. Just cook it. It'll curl up. And then what we'll do is after that's cooked, let it cool, and then we're going to cut it, and then we're going to dress it with our lovely Thai dressing. I'm not ignoring you, I'm talking to the camera. So, as you can see there, starting to gently cook. And literally, if you can see that pan there, there's hardly even a bubble in the pan, so we're trying to just gently. If I see that water was bubbling, that would be, you'd end up with a really, really tough squid. So, okay, squid, would you believe it, is cooked already. So we're going to put it to the side, like that, and we're going to let that be. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make some noodles. When I say make noodles, we're going to bring some water to a boil, and then we're going to rehydrate them. So I'm using some glass noodles. This is optional, by the way, in the salad. You can do it with noodles or without noodles. I like the noodle part of it because it bulks it out a bit, gives it a bit more body. So I'm breaking these noodles down. These are rice noodles, so if you're gluten free, these are perfect. As you can see, they're tough. Okay, so some rice noodles. Again, you don't have to boil these, all you do is boil water up, and then we put a lid over the top or a plate, and we leave them for 5 minutes to stand. So bring the water to the boil here. As you'll see today already, there's not a single piece of salt in my food today. Thais don't use any salt when they're cooking, they use fish sauce. So, and that gives you all the flavour. And then you have no problem with salt in your diet then. A little bit of stock over there. And that's our squid ready to go. So that took literally seconds. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put our noodle water over it, top of the noodles like so. It's easy as that. I'm going to put a lid or a plate over there, and we're going to leave that for 5 minutes to stand. Next little trick we have to do is we have to peel our tomatoes. Going to get a wee bit more water here from the tomatoes. And we're going to put our water on. So we've got two lovely vine tomatoes here. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a wee X at the top here. Like that. Okay. X at the top. Take off the wee core here. Once that water hits a boil, we're going to drop these in the water for a minute, and then we're going to drop them in the cold water. So we'll leave that to the side. Okay, while that's water's coming up to a boil, we'll prep our cucumber. So cucumber, we always take out the seeds when we're doing salads. It's the seeds that give you that acidity in your tummy, by the way. Makes your tummy upset. And then we're going to cut the seeds out like that. There we go. Seeds out. MG shout this lady out with a wee gift. She's been super patient. You can watch away. Are you enjoying it? Good. So, we're prepping our cucumber, waiting for the water for our tomatoes, and then we're just going to cut the cucumber kind of like that, across the bias, you call it. So, the next thing we're going to do is get our shallots ready. So I'm using these lovely little Thai shallots, you can see them. Super sweet, by the way. Not a bit bitter at all. Bit of flavour. So cucumbers prepped. Okay. So the next demo. Shallots, we're going to do a few shallots of this, so give it a wee bit of acidity. We've got these little baby shallots, tiny shallots, full of flavour. Get your little knife, thumb on here, and then cut across that way. And meanwhile, we're waiting on our liquid. Our noodles are sorting themselves out there, as you can see. A few more minutes on the noodles. So Ben, we're going to go over here now for a wee second. We're jumping about back and forth here. They pop in there for a minute, Ben, like that. That's your tomatoes. And we're going to cut our shallot, nice wee rings like that. Nice and thin, okay? So your shallots are done. And goes our shallot to here. The next thing we're going to do, Ben, is we're going to pick our salad. Thai salads will always have mint in them and basil, always. If you can get your hands on Thai basil, that's great. I couldn't today, but I've got lovely fresh mint from my garden actually. So we're going to get our mint like that in pieces. And what we tend to do is try not to cut it, more rip it, like that. So this is called chocolate mint, by the way. I'm an expert gardener, by the way. No way, but that's what it's called. Here we can drain our tomatoes. Run over our cold water over the tomatoes. That's called blanch and refresh, okay? So we'll let them settle there for a minute and then we'll peel those. Back to the mint. So we're going to rip some mint up like that. Keep some for later. We've got some lovely fresh basil here too. Same thing with the basil. Rip it up. No crushing it with your knife and going through it with your knife. Just rip it up. Because you want them big pops of mint in your mouth with the squid. It really works. And then I've got some bit of Chinese leaf here, and I've also got some coarse lettuce. Again, I picked from my garden this morning. Going to give it a wee run through. Lovely and fresh. And I have a bit of cress here to use up. I'm going to use a bit of cress up. So that's going to give it a wee peppery note in there, like a radish nearly flavour. So we'll leave that aside. We've got all that ready. Quite a few ingredients to this, but it is worth every part of it. Meantime, we're going to drain our noodles, which are ready. Put cold water over them. Take that starch off. And then give them a good drying out just. Best way to dry these out is a bit of kitchen roll over the top. You get that rice starch coming from those, and it's, you know, it can be quite claggy if you don't get rid of it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get a kitchen roll, squeeze it down, and then we've got our noodles. So as you can see, quite a lot going on here. And then we're going to get our tomatoes. We're going to peel our tomatoes just like that. So you see the skin really comes off dead easy. I'm going to use one tomato for this, keep the other back for another Thai squid salad I'm going to do later on. Okay, now cut the tomato down. It's one thing the Thais do, they take the skin of the tomato when they're making their salads, and I like that. I think it's delicious. For our dressing, 2 limes, soft brown sugar, fish sauce, and some water. Simple as that, okay? You can put a bit of chilli in there too if you want. Actually, I'm going to put a bit of chilli into this. I like chilli in the dressing, so we're going to take, I'll get this out of your way, man. We're going to take a chilli, spread it down like that. Going to cut like that. And then we're going to bring our knife back over, like so, like so. That goes like that. Take the seeds out of large chilies, but never out of small chilies. The small chilies seeds are sweet. Large chili seeds are bitter. So if you remember that when you're cooking. So be present for later. And then we're going to get our lines. So we're going to rub our lines up and down, kind of like that. I like a bit of zest from a line too. It really helps. So. Smell that's amazing. Really, really good. So a bit of zest. Split the lime down the middle. It's nice and soft now because I've rolled it, you see. And then what we're going to do with this fella here, get a little lime juice into there. 2 parts lime to 1 part fish sauce to 1 part hot water. It's on your recipe, it's on the Instagram page too, so, but it's a simple Thai fish dressing that you would serve with squid and, you know. Okay, and then we're going to get our fish sauce. Big part of Thai food, fish sauce, and it goes. And then a bit of water. Simple water. Then we're going to add in our soft brown sugar, sweet and sour. So, actually, the longer you leave this dressing to develop, it gets better. Of course, I'm gonna have to taste it. Delicious. So, it's really tender actually. Chilli inside that one. Okay. So here and now it's pretty simple. It's just being careful and showing it a bit of love. So we'll start off with our lovely leaves here. Mint, basil, remembers in there too. Can't put coriander in there too, by the way, at home. Shallot goes in. Cucumber. Tomato. Noodles. And then we're going to get our 2 spoons, mix it all up. Sometimes your hands are the best thing to do. It's so fragrant. It's just a lovely summer salad. Look at the colours there, everybody. And then we're just going to add our squid to the salad over the top. And there you go. I'm going to get a little bit of fresh mint for the top. And that's it. Thai squid summer salad. Big round of applause, please. Enjoy.